Hello everyone. This is a video that is acting as a counterpart or a companion to Will's video on making a video in Mac OS. This is the Windows OS counterpart. We want to start, if we are hoping to record a video for our students, in the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, which you'll see my mouse move there now, and circle where you want to look. This is going to be your Start button, also known as the Windows Home button. If you either click on this or press the Windows button in the bottom left-hand corner of a Windows-compatible keyboard, it will open up this lovely little tab here, and if you scroll down to the C's, you should always find the camera button underneath that window. I prefer to actually just type in this little window down here, camera, and this will always take me to it. I find this much more simple, or easy to access, I should say. If you also want quicker access to the camera app, you can look over here on this little window over here, and either pin it to your Start, which it already is, or pin it to the taskbar, which, as you'll see momentarily, will pin the camera app to the bottom of my screen. So when I click here, you'll notice this camera icon shows up. Let's click on that button and see what happens. So, hello, you can see my face now. As you can see, this will open up the camera function on your laptop, computer, or tablet. But what you might notice is that down at the bottom here, there is no count happening. That means that this is not recording video yet. This is just what my camera has access to. You may need to allow this to have access to your camera or your webcam, both of which will be prompted to you, and you should just click allow if that's the case. As default, it will start on the photo button, but because I've been messing around with videos today, it did not. So just always make sure that if you are starting to record something, you have this video button clicked on the right-hand side of the window. We are in video. So if I wanted to record a video, what I would do is open this app, start by clicking on this, and a red dot will show up next to those numbers, if I recall correctly, that will show that I am recording. So you see, there is a red dot right here. This number tab is moving up, and this has become a red stop button and a white pause button. If I wanted to pause the video, sort of take a moment, look at a script, make sure I was saying the right thing, I would press this pause tab and it would unpause the video when I wanted to start again. If I was done recording the video, which I will be for the smaller video on our screen, I would click stop. Now, you should still hear and see me on the screen, but for the purposes of recording the video, that video is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this and transition over to show where to find that video that you just created. Explorer window. The video that you just recorded in your camera will automatically go to the camera roll under Pictures. It will not be under Videos, which is sad. But it will be under Pictures if you click on Camera Roll. That video that we just created earlier on shows up on the screen above me to my left. So what we'll be doing now is opening a video editing software to help, say, add a title to this, maybe shorten it, lengthen if we need to, add some transitions, just the basic stuff that we might need to do if we, say, made a mistake or wanted to cut out a long, awkward pause in our video. There are a couple other types of video editing software out there that we might recommend. The Adobe Creative Cloud, which you see me click on right now, is something that we have available to us through the university, both grad students and faculty members. Grad students, if you're unaware how to get access to that, please email us, faculty the same. The video editing software that you might rely on in Adobe is this one right here, Premiere Pro. Audition is an audio editing software if you don't want to use video and just want to edit, say, a podcast style message to your students. Another audio editing software I might recommend that is free is up in this top right hand corner here, the program Audacity. It is an open source audio only audio editing software. It is extremely easy to use, far easier than Audition in my opinion, but both Premiere Pro and Audition have many tutorials online that you can access if you would like to use either of those systems. So, using Microsoft 10's video editing software today, we would go back down to the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, search Video Editor in the same way we searched Camera. Now, if we wanted to pin this to our taskbar in the same way we pinned the camera, we would click this button and you'll see that it will appear in the bottom of my screen again. Once I open it, this is what you'll see. I've made this screen a little bigger for ease of viewing, but I'm going to just reduce it a little bit here so you can keep an eye on these videos that are on our screen. As you can see, this is a blank slate. If I wanted to start a video project, I would just click on the New Video Project button up here. We'll title this Video Editing. This is your project library here. This is also something you'd see in a system like Premiere Pro. Ways that you can interact with this are quite a few. You can click on this Add button here, choose From This PC, and it will open up your pictures and specifically your camera roll. If it just opens up to this PC tab, you can either click Pictures here or Pictures here in order to get to this window. Open up that camera roll again, and you have access to these videos that I have already opened on the right-hand side of my screen. If you wanted to add that particular video to this, you could click here and then click on Open, and it will show up in your project library. Or, like I'll be doing, you can drag a file from your desktop or from a folder over to this project library slot. It's now there. Sadly, we don't see it here. Why might that be? Well, that's because you have to drag any file you put in your library down to your storyboard in order to edit it. So this is a screen cap of my desktop that I'm using. It's a built-in software in my computer. And we're going to scroll actually to the end of this video because there is an awkward pause that I would like to delete from this video because I don't like awkward pauses in my videos. So let's see what happens at the end of this video that I would like to change. In order to do that, I'm going to slide this icon around. You can sort of watch the video happen on the screen. And we'll hit the play button here, or we can use the shortcut K on our keyboard. Pause in our video. So you'll see there's about maybe a 4 or 5 second pause there where I stop speaking, where I end the video, and I stop the recording software. So I want to get rid of that. How might I do so? Well, I click on Trim This Video Clip here on the screen. And I take this bottom half here. This is the end of trim button. This here, as you can imagine, is the start of trim button. This up top is your cursor, your seek tool, that will show you on the screen where you are in the video. So if I were trimming this, I might say put the seek button here, and then hit the K button to start this if we say made a mistake or wanted to cut out a long awkward pause in our video. And I know that I want to stop the video there, but we still have this huge gap of space here. So what I might do is take this end of trim video, go all the way back to my Seek tab. So now the video should end at the 1 minute and 11 second mark instead of the 1 minute and 16 second mark. We click on Done. Let's check that that happened. Yes, you can see that the timestamp is the same on the video. And if we scroll back a little bit, if we say made a mistake or wanted to cut out a long awkward pause in our video, the video ends at a much better spot than it did the first time around. So there are maybe 1 or 2 more things I'd like to show you about this video editing software. The first thing is the split tool. So the split tool can be used if you say in the middle of your video flub a line or say something you'd like to remove. You can create two separate video clips and then use the trim tool that we just used to remove that awkward flub that you want to get rid of. We're not actually going to do this per se because I don't want to cut this video up, but let's say I know around the 30-second mark I messed up a line. I might go all the way back, dragging this tool to, say, the 28-second mark. I would click on Done, and we'll do this for the sake of this video. I now have been given a 28-second video and a longer video, a 43-second video. And like I said, I know that I want to cut the first 3 seconds of this second half of the video, so I would hit trim and do the same thing I did before, which is moving the start of trim to get rid of that awkward flub that I might have done. What I'm going to do for our next section is add a title card. So in order to do that, I very simply, which is my favorite part of this software, click on the Add Title Card button. Very complex. Once I've added a title card, I want to make sure that title card is at the beginning. If I say wanted to end a section with a title card and start a new one, what I might do is put a title between two sections. So if I want to say add a specific title, I would right click on this, click on the Edit button, and then click on Text. That will then open this window where up at the top corner here you can see a text box. I'll name it Video Editing using all of my creative skills. So my title now says Video, and I'm going to click. We'll see what that looks like first before we go back. It looks like that. Cool. We'll go back here, and we can maybe say start our video from the start to see what that looks like. See if we like it. Okay, that looks fine to me. But you know, I want a gray background. So what I'm going to do now is go back to this Edit button after right-clicking, click on Background, and we'll make that gray. I like that color. It's more simplistic, more straightforward. Let's see what that looks like now. Cool. I like that, I think. So we'll do that, and then say we want to change this to, we'll say, adding captions. That won't be a part of this video, but we're just sort of going through the exercise. We'll click on Done. I want to keep that one in the same theme, so we'll go back. We will select gray, and we will hit Done. So now we have a video with two title screens, a video that has been split into two separate sections, and a video with a title card in the middle of our video that will help us to transition between concepts. Just as a final step, I will show you the background audio tab or selection here in Windows Video Editor. You can choose from a selection of pre-recorded songs that will go through the entirety of your video if you would like, or you can imply some custom audio here. I'll just add one to show you what that might look like. I'm taking from my desktop, you can see I already have that open here, just an open broadcast or a Creative Commons song that I downloaded from the internet. If I open it here, it will add to the video, and you can see it is on the entire video. If I wanted, say, the video just to start with music, we can maybe go there for that long. If I want to lower the volume of it, which I do, I can lower it to, say, like 50, 60, something like that. And then I can also click this button to fade out the music so that it's not going to cover the entire video with high volume music. It will automatically dip lower. And that would look something like this. so you should be able to hear some music in the recording. So we have just made a short video that we want to send out to our students, and you heard the music fade out there. When we are happy with that, we'll click on the Done button. And we're sort of at the point now where we want to wrap up our video. We've perfected it. We've added in some moments where we want to cut. We've added in some sections. We've added some music. We've added a title page. So let's see what happens when we click on this Finish Video button. This will bring us to some quality recommendations. You can do high. You can do medium, say if you are on not as reliable internet, or if you're concerned that your students might have unreliable internet. You can then click on Export, and it will give you a place to export your video to. This brought me automatically to the pictures file again. We'll make up a title for this video, Video Editing Essay in 104, just to sort of remind us where we are, to organize things. And then we would click on Export. And this process will take a while depending on how long your video is. Ours should show up very quickly because we have a relatively short video. It also depends on the strength of your computer. So we will, just for fun, open this video and see what the new video we've created looks like. You can see there are no like broken up things down here. It is one long video. And we have a title, some conversation, some music. So we have just made a short video that we want to send out to our students. And we have just made a short video we want to send out to our students. Once you're at this point, you can follow our other tutorials on uploading a video to YouTube and adding captions in order to get this on the internet and attach it to your Canvas pages. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to the writing program, ask us any questions you might have about this software, about Premiere Pro, about Max, about anything else that we can do to help you.